What is your favorite Seinfeld episode you were part of, Patrick?
That I was a part of?
Yes. Which one?
Maybe when I sold Jerry his car, that one.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of ridiculous stuff. But I always like the show when they get really clever. I love the Second Spitter episode when they would, Kramer and Newman got spit on at the game.
Keith Hernandez.
That was the Keith Hernandez two-parter.
Yeah.
Where he was also, Jerry was helping him move.
So they draw. The way they draw out the episode is the whole thing. It's like the John F. Kennedy.
JFK. Back into the left.
Yeah, so that was fun. Now, I was just in New York, and I just bumped into Jerry Seinfeld in a diner randomly, which was very strange.
No, what do you mean? You just bump into him, just turn around, and there he is?
Well, I got a tap on the shoulder, and I turned around, and it was Jerry. He goes, "What are you doing here?" I go, "Just here for a few days." He goes, "Come have breakfast." So I sat down with them and Colin Quinn, and then Jerry invited me to his house, and I had dinner with him and his lovely wife and their 3 kids. But if I lived in New York, I'd go years and years without bumping into Jerry Seinfeld. And I was in a random diner, and because I haven't seen him in 7 years, so
it had been 7 years.
Since we did the B movie together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, were there any moments that you ad-libbed or something? Was the high five ad-libbed? Was there anything that you ad-libbed at all?
Not so much. They had such a great staff of writers, and every now and then you might try something, but it was mostly all there. You would do an episode, and it would inspire the writers to want to write for a character and do different things. So, because Putty, it was just a 1-episode deal. But they liked him because he was such a big idiot, and they said, we need to integrate
So you were
him.
just going to be a one-and-done character when you were first brought on?
Yeah.
And then suddenly you kept getting scripts, and how many did you wind up doing?
Only 9 regular season episodes, 10 including the final episode. But I could have done more. I was on another series at the time, and it was a CBS show. And so for seasons like 7 and 8, I couldn't go back on Seinfeld. So it was season 6, I did 2 episodes. Yeah. But then season 9, when season 9 came about, I had no other commitments, and so I was able to come back on the show.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
One time I was just on the Upper West Side of Manhattan years ago when I was on SportsCenter, about 15 some odd years ago. I'm standing there, a buddy of mine's going to get to pick me up to play golf. So in New Jersey, I'm standing there with my golf clubs right there on the corner of 81st and Columbus on the Upper West Side. And a black SUV pulls up at the red light, back window rolls down, and it's Jerry Seinfeld. And he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Rich Eisen," because he watched SportsCenter. And that blew me away. I'd never met him before. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever, until he opened his mouth again. He goes, "So, 81st Street, par 4, par 5, just like that."
Yeah.
And then, boom, the light changed and it went away. I'm like, that was the greatest.
Yeah.
So maybe Jerry's just driving around or sitting around in diners
I'm
just
not
to be
gonna tell
bumped
everybody
into.
exactly where Jerry Seinfeld lives, but that's right around the area.
So it was just boom. I mean, I'll never forget. It's par 4, par 5.